Whoa! What's up, guys? Nsima the Sensor Inyang here again. Yes, it's the next day. I'm wearing the same tank. I'm about to Skype someone again from Ireland. I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. I think we're just going to let things roll. Oh, I have a box from Rogue. I'm going to open this. I don't know what it is. Actually, I do know what it is. I'll show it to you guys soon. But yeah, get the Skype session in, get some work done, go to super training. Since I'm going to the Olympia this week, I kind of have to go to a lot more jiu-jitsu in a shorter period of time than I usually would. So I rolled yesterday, which was Monday. Today I'm going to train, then I'm going to go roll again tonight. So I'm going to lift and go roll. Then tomorrow I'm going to try and roll twice, so I can at least get 4 rolls in this week or 4 sessions in this week. Because the Olympia, I'm going to be there from Thursday through Sunday, so I won't be able to do any BJJ there. So yeah, that's the plan.
Since you weren't able to be heard before, what's your name, James?
James?
James.
You don't even have it turned on, do you?
It is on. It's on. It's recording. You're here.
Right.
You're on the YouTube for all the few hundred or thousand people that are going to watch this video.
I'm Nsima's smallest client.
You're not my smallest client, dude. You weigh 220 or 218 pounds. Chill out. Chill out. All right. Cool. I guess I'll talk to you later.
See you later.
All right, man.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So that was James Joyce. James is actually someone that is on a lean bulk. Like I mentioned in the last video, he's one of the people that we are concentrating on strength gains. So, like I mentioned, you don't always want to see the scale go up at a very rapid pace. Actually, this is a great example for today's video. That was a really weird smile.
All right. Let's see if you guys can see this. Okay, so James started at 212. Also, real quick, shout out to German client Tim Worth, because he gave me an idea on this spreadsheet and we made some things that are a lot nicer. So shout out to you, Tim. Anyway, back to this. James started off at 212. Okay, that was his fats. I think that says 64. 305 carbs and 206 protein. That was June 27th. Currently, it is September 13th, right? These are like, he ate like a lot of food on these days, so we peaked. But right now, we're at 215 and 216. Okay. And that is what? June, July, August, September. That's 4 months, guys. That's 4 months and only 3 pounds gained. Let's look at something else. Something important. On his measurements, week 1, okay? He was 212, 42 inches, or yeah, 42 inches in the chest, 15 or 16 inches in the arms, 15.75, 16. 2 inches above the belly, 2 inches below the belly, or the belly and 2 inches below, blah, blah, blah. Now, let's look at after the 10th week. The chest increased by 1.2%. Right arm, left arm increased. Okay, 2 inches above the belly, decreased by 3%. The belly is around the same. 2 inches below the belly, decreased by 0.7%. The hips increased by 4.2, meaning he gained a little bit of ass. Right thigh increased, left thigh increased.
But why is this so important? Because he is substantially heavier after the first 10 weeks, but his waist went down. Actually, not substantially heavier. He was about 2 pounds heavier, 3 pounds heavier. His waist went down. His belly was around the same. 2 inches below the belly went down. So around the belly area decreased, but the chest, the arms, the legs, the extremities increased. Why is this so cool and important? Because he's substantially stronger. He doesn't weigh much more. He's a little bit leaner, being heavier on this lean bulk. So that's why I say do not concentrate on just the scale. Concentrate on performance, concentrate on gaining strength, concentrating on gaining volume in terms of your accessory work, and you will definitely see a benefit. Lean Bulking 101.
All right, guys, so we're going to be doing a voiceover of this workout. In this workout, I did a deadlift, squat, and pen lay row. Now, we're going to try and keep it fairly concise with what's going on with these deadlifts. And let's first talk about the amount of volume I'm going to be doing in this training cycle for the next 4 or so weeks. I believe the Reebok Record Breakers meet is in about 9 weeks. So the first few weeks I'm going to be using a stiff bar because as I've mentioned in videos before, a stiff bar is a little bit harder to use. pulling slack out of the bar takes a little bit more time and patience in comparison to a deadlift bar, and that's what's allowing me to pull off of a deadlift bar in an easier fashion, at least for me. And also, right now, my deadlift volume is moderate. It's not very high because I'm trying to just maintain as much as that lift as possible over time. So the main focus right now is trying to bring my squat up. So my deadlift today, what I did was I did 405 for I believe 4. I did 485. Yeah, 485 for a double, 535 for a double, 585 for a double, then took 65 for a double, went back to 405 for 4 using my typical hook grip, and then moved on to squats. Now, one thing I actually want you guys to take note of is the speed at which I lock out my knees during the sumo deadlift. And this has been something that I've been working on consistently because one of my problems in the past used to be actually my lockout. And now I'm not really having any lockout problems because obviously I'm taking a lot of slack out of the bar, I'm getting myself into good position, but when I actually start lifting the bar, I want you guys to watch my hips and watch the speed at which I lock out my knees, and then when I lock out my knees, watch how it gives me momentum into locking my hips out. I've noticed that as certain lifters, when they are fairly slow to lock out their knees during the deadlift, they sometimes have a lot of problems getting their hips to lock out. And watching more experienced lifters, like this guy named Yuri Penkov or whatever, the guy that just won Boss of Bosses 3. If you ever watch his deadlifts and some of my deadlifts, you notice that we both lock out our knees fast, and then our hips tend to just fall in line with that. Not saying I'm at the class of Yuri Penkov or whatever his name is, but I'm just saying it's something that seems to help lifters, especially people that pull sumo deadlifts, to be able to lock out the hips in an easier fashion. But like I've mentioned before, you want to focus on small cues here and there in terms of improving a lift and not too many things at once. So if you guys are trying to fix your deadlift initially, I would focus on hip placement, not letting your hips, have too much displacement when doing the deadlift. And then from there, cues like locking out the knees first, getting yourself in good position, etc., etc. All right, guys, now I'm just going to touch on squats and pen lay rows. So I ended up doing squats in succession with pen lay rows. So I would do a set of squats, then I would take maybe about 2 minutes, then I'd go do a set of my pen lay rows. And my top sets for my squats, I ended up doing 3 sets of 425 for 7 reps. And then I did 1 set at 455 for 3 reps. For my pen lay rows, I did 3 sets of 315 pounds for 6 reps. The reason why I'm really, really liking pen lay rows right now is, of course, for pure hypertrophy or just trying to build muscle in the back, I would look for something that like a chest supported row so that the torso doesn't end up being a limiting factor for failing. But the pen lay row, in terms of the ability to help with stability and power production, I believe is one of the better back movements that will kind of help things like keeping an upright torso in the sumo deadlift or the conventional deadlift much better than a chest supported row would do, which is why I'm doing pen lay rows right now. And like I mentioned before, I'm trying to use or utilize a lot of squat volume in this training cycle. So that's why I did 3 sets of 425 for 7, and I'm still trying to touch heavier weight even on the days that I'm working in lighter intensities. So on the days that I'm doing 7s, maybe I'll end up doing 2 more sets at around 3 reps or 2 reps, just so I'm touching heavier weight and it doesn't become something foreign to me. And then I'll have another squat day where I squat heavier, and then even another squat day where I do a variation utilizing high bar squats or front squats.
High def pick.
I'm not going to take a high def pick. Guys, you guys all know the the motto, phone eats first. Well, in Donna's case, phone eats first. Same with my friend Ready to Go. Go check him out. He's a funny dude.
Respect ourselves.
Yeah, they respect themselves. And actually, I need to take a picture of this for the gram. Let me show you guys this real quick. I actually can't see what you're doing. 1 second. Let me take a picture of the food. Get a good angle. Okay. So, check this out. This is some steak. I'm gonna grab an IPA from the fridge, a beer. I believe I'm becoming like a big black Alberto Nunez, because you guys know Alberto loves his beer. I sent him a picture of the beer I bought, and he sent a funny message back saying cortisol control 101. If you guys watched my Q&A before, you know that when people stall, I tell them to relax and enjoy themselves for a bit. So that's what I'm gonna be having with the dinner tonight.
Quick note on alcohol. I used to be very against all types of drinking, but I'm not nowadays. It's not like I get drunk. Actually, I'm a lightweight because I don't drink often, which is good. Like if I ever went to a kickback with Donna, 2 shots and I'm just like, you know, I become happy Nsima. Although I'm always happy Nsima. Anyway, we're having this. And then I don't know how I'm gonna end this vlog. I might end it right here if it doesn't continue. Hope you guys have a good night or a good day whenever you're watching this. I will see you guys at the Olympia. You know what, let's just cut it off here. This is Nsima the Centaur Inyang from Break the Bar, Be an Anomaly, and I will talk to all of you very, very soon.